I'm Dr. Sabastin Muhanguzi. I'm the Uganda Medical Association Publicity Secretary for Ankole region. Regarding the issue of medical interns and our engagement with the government, we want to report that we are so glad and appreciative to the government, one, for finally accepting to continue facilitating these medical interns for their welfare and their allowances. Two, we want to request the government that please continue and make sure that we have a better policy put in place. How do we do this? Let us engage all the stakeholders. We engage nurses, we engage doctors, we engage pharmacists, we engage the hospital directors, we engage all stakeholders at all levels such that we can be guided in making a better policy. But as the Uganda Medical Association, we want to appreciate the government and the Ministry of Health for the position they have taken to continue facilitating our medical interns. This year, the government has deployed 2,417 medical interns who are going to benefit from this facilitation. And we are sure that with this number, the different training sites will benefit, and at the end of the day, it is the Ugandans, the common person, who is going to benefit from this medical interns services. Yes, for us, we believe that, and we request the government always to prioritize. We believe that if the government prioritizes the welfare of medical interns and the health sector in general, then they can appropriate the funds. So we request that with the prioritized health sector, our belief is that there is some money which can always help in these critical sectors of the government. Because when you see, like in 2020, we had the 50 training centers for medical interns. Today, we have 78, close to 80 training centers for medical interns. So the number of medical interns is increasing, but also we should consider the fact that the population of the country is increasing. For example, 5 years ago, we had about 44 million Ugandans, but now we are projecting it to be at about 49 or 50 million Ugandans. So that tells you that as number of medical interns increase, number of Ugandans also increase. So correspondingly, we request the government to increase the number of training facilities, but also recruit more specialists, recruit more consultants, such that they can help in training these medical interns who are increasing each and every year. Regarding the addition of 1 year to the 6 years, which have been training medical doctors to become 6 years, here the government had put its position that one finishes medical school, he first goes and does internship, and then he comes back to graduate at the university, making them 6 years of the course. And for us as the UMA, our position was that it is not possible, because during that, the other year which is added, there is no curriculum which is guiding the university on how to handle it. Interestingly, and we continue to appreciate the government, it has put back its position that you finish medical school after 5 years, and then you graduate, and then you do internship. So the status quo will remain, and we are very appreciative to that. Otherwise, that added year was going to be a burden to the university, and it was going to be hard for the hospitals to handle these people, because we would not be sure if they still belong to the university or they belong to the hands of the Ministry of Health. So we are happy that the government has taken back this position for people to first graduate and then they do internship, such that medical school remains 5 years and then 1 year is for internship. The strike, actually, we were not terming it as a strike. It was sort of waiting for the government to give clarity about the position of their welfare. But our position as Uganda Medical Association, we have advised the medical interns to report to stations immediately and respond to the government's call that by Friday this week, every intern should be in their respective positions. Because initially our issue and our point was that we cannot allow medical interns to go into these facilities when they are not facilitated. Although we had asked the government to facilitate them with 4 million, that is 75% of what the employed medical officer earns, or respond to the 2021 presidential guideline, which was giving them 2.5 million, the government has been able to only go back to 1 million as it has been in the previous year. And for now, we advised the medical interns that as we continue engaging the government for better facilitation, they should report to their respective duty stations. So we hope that by end of this week, every intern will have reported to their different hospital stations as we continue engaging government for better facilitation. We have always emphasized that An intern doctor is not a student because this is someone who has studied his course for 4 years as a nurse, or 4 years as a pharmacist, or 5 years as a doctor, and he has graduated. Interestingly, the public needs to know that when you are studying these 5 years as a doctor, after third year, you are always doing different internships, what for us we call clinical placements. So by the time someone has reached in fifth year, he has done 3 clinical placements in third year, fourth year, and when you are finishing fifth year. So as a medical officer, you have already done a number of clinical placements, which other courses I should compare them called internships. So for us, we know this is someone who has finished, is a medical officer, and is only doing a mandatory supervision, a mandatory training to be supervised such that he can now be able to see patients independently. The issue of people thinking that we don't have doctors in the hospitals, that they are being run by only interns, is correspondingly not the fact, because what is the fact is that the doctors in the hospitals are not enough. Most of the time, we have seen in the recent report by State House Health Monitoring Unit, which tells us that the different hospitals are staffed up to 25%, others 26%. So when you consider that number, it means that in the facto sense, the doctors who are employed in these hospitals by government are actually very few. So that's why we always demand that interns be in the hospital such that they can give this gap. So what is factual is that these doctors actually always there, but they are very few and they cannot be found on every part and every corner of the hospital. So that's why if you made an prompt visit in a particular hospital, you'd most likely find an intern doctor who is available, and the senior doctor is either in a theater or looking at other critical patients, and you would take an impression that they are not there when they're actually there, but they are few in complicated cases.
Every month, tenants argue over electricity bills. How can I pay 40,000 shillings? I only use lights and a TV. It can't be me. Why keep arguing? Introducing Pandora Smart Digital Submeters. Every tenant gets their own smart electricity account and buys power using a simple USSD code. The system automatically records electricity purchased, electricity used, and the remaining balance. No guesswork. No disputes. If one tenant runs out of power, only that tenant is disconnected. Everyone else stays connected. Landlords can monitor every meter with ease. Perfect for apartments, rentals, hostels, and commercial buildings. Call 0700 366 742 or visit www.pandorameters.com. Pandora Smart Digital Submeters. Think fast. Think Pandora.
Intern doctors, I want to request you that now that you are on your duty stations, please work diligently, work with all the efforts, because we have had the public sympathy because of what we do as the intern doctors. When I was an intern doctor, and indeed any other doctor, you would work your heart out, because at the end of the day, we are saving lives, and Ugandans depend on us as the intern doctors. So I want to request every intern doctor where you are, work diligently such that in the future, if there is any other outcry for an intern doctor not being facilitated, then the public will know the essence and importance of the intern doctors in the different hospitals, and will still get public sympathy. Because at the end of the day, the public is the maximum, is the ultimate judge of whatever we do. Mbanyeta Dr. Sabastin Muhanguzi, kandi ninkora nka Publicity Secretary habwa Uganda Medical Association aharengo rwa Ankole Region. So ekikwatirine n'enshonga zitu na gavumenti na nebikwatirine na n'abashaho bitu ba medical interns ebitutwiremu tukufa na gavumenti twina akanyomo ekyo kubanza ntwenda kwebaza gavumenti kugira ngu aha muheru erigireho yikyereza gumizamu nehereza abashaho aba ba medical interns akasente kabo ninga akasimo ako bakora buri mwaka. Gavumenti eyireyo gumizamu nebahereza miliyoni 1 nangwito mu kubanza tugishaba miliyoni 4 ari kugira ngo byona byaremere garike tekaho miliyoni 2 n'ekicweka nk'iziyabere nebahereza mu mwaka gwa 2021 konka gavumenti egizire ngo eshaheje cye kubasa ne miliyoni 1 nko yakozere yabo mwaka gukwire na n'emyaka nkebere hwire. So konka kagende gushani yombi twenda kwebaza gavumenti abo kugira ngo erigireho yayikiriza obhabuzu bwitu nk'ekitongore cya Uganda Medical Association kugira ngo abashahaba no bene bwe barigiro mu za universities zabo mu matendekero gabo bitu mbetaga ka airtime ko kubabisaho babamba kore mirimo yabo. konka ntwenda kwiga government kugira ngo ntwetaga okupuraninga kurungi kugira ngo emyaka eri kwija tutagaruka tukagira obuzibu nk'obu ninga tutagaruka tukagira okuteganisibwa. Omuri ekyo engenderwaho eyimubire government ebire bagire ninga polisi eberesire ntushaba ngu egende ekwatanise na abandi bakuru abokuba bakwatwa nshonga egi. Ekyokubanza ntushaba government ngu mushikirire abashaho abadokita, mushikirire abanansi, mushikirire n'abashaho ab'emibazi aba pharmacists ebitongore ebikubategeka mwiheyo abakugu babahabure aha nshonga egi. Ekindi ntushaba ngu mushikirire n'abakuru b'amarwariro ag'okutendeka abashaho bitu ba medical interns kugira ngu nabo babahereze enteekateeka yaabo twaza kukora orubaju ninga twaza kukora egipolisi kubonera oshange ngu buri omwe weena atiremu ekiteekateeko kyehe then emyaka eri kwija tugire obuteeka kandi tutagaruka kugira okuteganisibwa buri mwaka kushanga ngu abo bashaho ba medical interns kuza omu marwariro habanza hazaho akakurubugano hagati y'abashaho aba na government kandi tuteekateeka ngu government omuringo gwetwire neiza kukikora neiza kukikiriza ahabwokuba butoshega betuhurikiza kandi government buriize gabihurikiza abantu bayo. Omwaka ogu government etwohorize ba intern doctors bakuhika 2,217 kandi abantu bo barabe mbafuna miliyoni emwe ya buri kwezi uyu government ebaterireho kandi nabwo kugira ngo ba intern doctors abarabe mbagiganyirwamu kureka hati twina amasiko kugira ngo abantu bona abantu abaturembazo mu marwariro ag'amahango abo kufuna obuhereza bashaho bita ba intern doctors na intern nurses na pharmacists nibo baraganyirwemu bwanyuma y'izoba. So nje tukwebereza government kugira ngo ekyo cyakozere cyo kunyiganyirwamu intern doctor ninga intern nurse na intern pharmacist kureka abantu twena ntwizaganyirwamu abo kuba okukyerero kube kwatandika kureba ko mu marwariro hati kwakurugaho kandi hati twimina amasiko ngo abanyarwanda twena ntwaganyirwamo mu kintu ki government ekozere cyo kugira ngo ba intern doctors bitu bagumize mu bafuna ka airtime kawo. Ititwe ntuteekateeka ngu government sente tuzikagiburire abo ku bantu shaba ngu erebe ebicweka bya government ebikuru ebe nibyo yahereza mwenu nka ekitwatwesire priority mu rujungu ninga kubahereza omugisha go kugira ngo bano babanza kufunaho akasente abo kuba noreba twine ebicweka bingi government eri kuba neyetaga kuteeka mu sente konka abantu bashaba ngu ebicweka nk'ebyamagara ekya health egume banze kifeho munonga obundi haba akasente kake nanga no kwakuba kake kabanze katuyamba byamagara abo kuba abantu bitu twena noreba ngo umuntu kakuba tine magara ncyanke manyisa ngo nanihanga turakore abantu tubarakore emirimo yabo. So nicyo tubansabira government ngo no abantu batwine sente nche mu treasury ninga nkihanga ebintu ebikwatirene nebyamagara egume banze bitere priority then kugira ngo abantu tugume twine amagara marungi bitogwe tubone kora kimwe tukongera ihango kugenda mu misho. Ititwe nka Uganda Medical Association tushabire ba intern doctors aba kugira ngo mwene hati abo government ekirize kubahereza ka airtime kanyu ebyo kwesharinga ebyo kwetombuitwa tubirgeho ninga mubirgeho mugendo mu marwaro mutandikire gukora umurimo gwanyu kandi ntubesiga tumanya ngo ba intern doctors ahiba ko babari umurimo ngwiza kugenda mu misho. So position yitu nka Uganda Medical Association no kugira ngo tushabire intern doctors aba ngo bagenda station zawo batandikireho bakore kandi government na yegabire yabongi yabagizire ngo rwakwikora wakatano rwa weekend buri omwe abe yakire aha station yehe ninga hirwaro yakuza koraho kandi twe hate cyo ntubashaba ngo intern doctors muhikeyo ebikwetombuitwana nakanyomo tukareke tuze kukora kandi tukora abanyarwanda twe n'abafuna amagara marungi. Okay, noreba onteekateke mwe benegira ngo ababashaho aba medical interns ngo bagumire mbakanya ngo mwene babasa kubura ahi ba trainingira konka ngenda kugambira abantu abo kutureba na government kugira ngo icyo kintu tushemeye ku bantu kirebo mu muringo murungi kugira ngo medical interns bakanye ahabo kuba nane namba y'abanyarwanda twena tuguma tweyongera ko kuzakureba nke example oshanga ngo nko mwaka gw'2020 twatwine projection y'abanyarwanda nke miliyoni 8 konka nko bwirobu tuteekateka ngo twakira ha miliyoni 50 z'abantu. So nchimanyisa ngo enamba ya medical interns no biyene yongera na n'abanyarwanda ni tweyongera kandi na facilitation na nemyanya yiba ku trainingiramu mwaka gw'2020 twatwine emyanya 50 konka twine emyanya 58. So ekyo kubanza nshaba government kugira ngo cyetegereze ngo enamba ya medical interns kweyongera tukirebera ha muringo murungi abo kuba ntanki manyisa ngo twafuna abantu bingi bo kutereza obuhereza na nemyanya yiba ku trainingiramu tugumize muntu gyongera then na n'aba doctor bakugwa bo kubatendeka nabo bogaruke bongere habandi abo kuba washanga ngo tube twine imyanya 50 mu mwaka gw'2023 twine imyaka 58 mu mwaka gw'2026 kimanyisa ngo umwaka gukwiza ntuza ko yongera nturgaha 2024 medical intern zintuza ko mu 2025 cyo kimanyisa government sheme kwant planning agiye kugira ngo bwire ko baraze kwika tugarike twongereyo centers zikumara tugarike twongerana n'abashaha bakugu abo kwegesa ba medical interns bita
one kiroto cyo kombekenzo kupangisa cyo kombekenzo amaka cyo kutandikaho famu abana bese Goriyo Estate Company Limited abahanga umushubuzi itaka okuruga muri burenge bwizo bwihanga rya Uganda barabasa kuyamba kugira ngo kiroto cyawe kikabasa kwikiriro bwe bari kukuguzitaka kandi woryokwe horenda kugurita ko ngotine sente ziri kumara otakatina itaka ne bari kuguza rero tandika kuri kozeso bwo kushashura mpora kandi we ho initaka ko ngotaramanya wo kuriguza nyaburawe basakora ikira bana bese Goriyo Estate Company Limited kugira ngo obase kora baguzita kari yawo tibaragarukira hakuguza no kugura amataka bene no bundi buhereza harimo ngo kupangisa emyanya yo kuta business yawe woryokwe orende chapa chita bara kuyamba kugira ngo base kora tunge chapa chita kari yawe kandi woryokwe oyinitaka kongota kamanyo buhango bwaryo basakora ikira kugira ngo babase kubara kuyamba omukupimita kari yawe abana bese Goriyo Estate Company Limited barashango mu Rembo rwambara uko muri Katete Kampala umucombeko cha Silver Plaza afro yo kubanza kandi nabwo rasa kugamba na director no wagaba Fred uri kurabira namba zisumeza ari ya 0 mushanju 0 inarushanju 088 ogeso ne ya 0 mushanju 82 bishatu 95 nabese Goriyo Estate Company Limited. It's not land, it's the future.
Ititwe nkaba Uganda Medical Association ikintu cyo kugira ngo umuntu abanze akore internship yaheza kuheza degree ye then karamare internship abene we yazwara kose yabenesha mu myaka 5 hateza mwaka gwa mukaga ite tukagaba tucangire abo kuba tukantuteka ngo kinte cyo ncakuretera universities zabo kuzakwasa omwako gwa muheru konke kinte kitushemize no kugira ngo government nayo garikire yikireza ngo umuntu agumasha mu myaka 5 then azware then abene we yaza kora internship ye so icyo kubanza ntebaza government abo kugira ngo ikahurikizo habuze ubwitu icyo kugira ngo mwako go muntu yaza guzamu arige yazwire degree kugira ngo kose gamize muri myaka 5 then hasigara umwaka guma go college internship kandi ikindi ekitabe tujangire tukantuteka ngo abantu mbakubura wabahabura ninga npiza kubura ikitweto mu ruzungu identity ninga ho kugwera ndako batachimanya ubano ogwera mu rengo rwa university ninga hato ryo mu kitongere cye byamagara nico ceme kubanci kuvunana so konka bwanyuma yebe byona ntwenda kusima government kugira ngo egarikire yikireza ngo ku kibire kiri kibene ko cyaguma umuntu aguma kore ko siye myaka 5 aba doctor ninge myaka n'aba nurse na n'aba pharmacy then ko rarige kuzwara degree yawe ugende kore internship then hatobwe kibene ko cyaguma myaka 5 yo kushoma na ne mwaka guma gwa internship so ecyo kushanga ngo omarwara abantu twikayo tugira ngo aba doctor bakuru tubariyo actually obwiro bwinyi bakitakire omungerejo nk'iki okukireba ekintu ekikire no kugira ngo aba doctor bitwine obwiro bwinyi tabakumara so ncyancha manyisa ngo ebicweke bimwe no basakwika mushanga aba doctor bariyo mbakora nkaza procedures empango kora hikahanta hamushengu tubaro yenda ngo turebe nk'example ya reporter ya ekitongore cye kwebembere by'amagara cya Health Monitoring Unit State House yigire kutereza ngo amarwara minji ba staff no shanga bari yahabcweka 2025 aharigana njomanyisa ngo hanta hayine kuza habasha hwigana no shanga habasha 2025 kuki kikumanyisa ngo abashaho nabo no bace munongo mu marwaro kandi cyo turanshabira government ngo erebe nshonga ya intern zeje ebatemwa amani abo kuba tosha nibo bogarika bakatuyamba omuku making sure ngo enshonga ya intern ze namba yabo yatuyamba ombasha habasigara